Welcome back to the Psychic Soul Healer channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to do a general message for Aquarius. Know that energy is fluid, roles can be reversed. Just interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Never force anything. Always take what you need, leave the rest. You know the jam. Now, if you're new to the channel, know that anything of any importance or relevant to the channel, that is, you can find it in the description box below. All important links, website link, Patreon link. This is important, especially if you are seeking shadow healing. I have a wonderful shadow healing program that is only $7.99 a month, and it comes with inner child healing, shadow healing, reparenting, and all the healing modalities to heal the effects of trauma. There is nothing else like this that I know of. And this is a way that you can continue to do shadow healing that's not going to break your bank. It's really easy and accessible because shadow healing is a lifelong process. Now, if you're new to my channel, you'll also know that my readings are not just surface. I do shadow readings. And so I do look at what's going on the surface, like what your person thinks about you, what they did do, what they're going to do. But we look at the spiritual blocks and see how they play out as karmic themes within your experience. That allows you to look at your situation through a different perception, which is healing altogether. But then we also integrate why you attracted this person into your life, what was spiritual meaning, and how to actually integrate the spiritual lesson. All right, now if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, you need to like the video, subscribe to the channel. And if you resonate with this video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and write the word in the comment bar if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me. All right, the word of the video is going to be victim. So you're going to write the word victim in your comment bar. And you know, if I chose you, if I wrote the word winner underneath, then we'll just correspond back and forth on YouTube, figure out the best date and time that works for both of us. Let me just take a second to think about the word victim. Automatically, I'm feeling like you're in connection with somebody that you're separated from, that you're not speaking to this person, and they're acting like the victim. They want to be, they act like you're such a harsh person that like they don't understand why you're upset. And I feel like they know why you're upset. They don't want to admit that they were wrong. They don't want to admit that, that they didn't treat you right. They want to look at everything else. They want to look at what was going on in their life, why they couldn't give you the time, why they disrespected you, why. It's, again, really what I'm feeling is that you're in connection with someone that never thought that you were going to walk away, and you walked away. And so they don't know how to get back into your life. So they want you back in their life, but they don't really want to really seem vulnerable, like where they're vulnerable for to tell you how they feel about you. They want to just like casually come back into your life and then feel out the situation. And so so that they can save face is really what I'm feeling, so that they can act like the victim, so that they'll be able to tell whether or not you feel sorry for them. So if you feel sorry for them, that they don't really have to admit, I don't like this energy, I'm not going to admit it. I'm not going to not admit it. I feel like this person that you're in separation with plays a lot of games. And I feel like that's all that they have done is play games. And the thing is, they haven't gotten the right response out of you. So they will continue to play games. And the easiest way is if they act broken, if they act hurt, if they act as if like they went through something traumatic, that you're not going to think about what they did to you, that you're going to be so overwhelmed with how they're feeling, that's where your focus is going to be on making them feel better. And I think they think that because they see that you're a loving person, they see you're a nice person. I think that they want to use your kindness for weakness. I even feel like some of you are therapists, or again, do something like even in the healing arts. And so they feel like they're going to utilize that. They're going to utilize what they feel like you would automatically like rush into that mode of wanting to heal them, of wanting to help them. They want you to be compassionate, but they're kind of come in like a victim. And I don't like this energy because again, I feel like it's just them avoiding apologizing, like avoiding wanting to be vulnerable. That's why I don't like the energy. So I have to look at the hidden truths because I don't know what this person wants. But with this energy, I feel like the energy is all over the place. Like part of them is angry that they have to come back and figure out a way to get back into your life. Another part of them thought that you were going to return to them, and part of them, like, I just don't like their energy. They're like, instead of asking you and taking the time to get to know you and nurture, they're gonna like do all these, play these little games. I wish I could share my good news with you. I feel like they're making changes in their life, but it's like they can share their good news with you, but they'd have to surrender their ego, and they don't want to do that. They would rather like cut their nose off to spite their face, is what I feel. We will be together again. See, they in the back of their mind, because this is a spiritual connection, there's a sense of, even though we're not talking, even though I have absolutely no reason to think that this will work out, I still feel like it'll work out because I can still feel you. I still know that you have feelings for me. I feel like I can again come in and make you feel bad so that you again gonna feel sorry for me, so that I'm going to be able to fix this, is the energy there. We're going to see what this person did because I'm feeling like they just didn't give you time, but I don't really know what they did, where it's again, they're acting like the victim, but clearly they're not supposed to, feel as if they're the victim. That I feel like they didn't treat you well. I want you. So there's a lot of passion driving this connection. I feel like I said, this person expected you to react or respond a certain way. You didn't react that way. And so they're looking to come back into your life. They don't want to seem vulnerable. They're going to come in like handicapped, like broken, in hopes to trigger you so that you like come to their age so that they could really like be with you, because I feel like they have a lot of passion for you. I don't like this energy. Again, I feel like there's they want to like trick you. They want to like manipulate you. This person is only thinking about themselves. And I'm feeling like that was the problem to begin with. I feel like this person did not give you what you wanted in any in a relationship, didn't treat you well. They didn't treat you well, and they're acting like you're the one that's not treating them well. It's again pieces, and that's again like this person's fragmented. So there's a part of them that doesn't really want to be in a relationship. They have a hard time in relationships. And I also feel like they tend to like come into your life. And when they come into your life, there's feel like you are left in pieces, like because they don't make you feel stable. They don't make you feel secure. You don't feel secure in the relationship. They trigger you. And then there's also a sense of that, like I believe that there's very narcissistic energy here, almost like you're the other piece of them, is what I feel like. Like that, almost like ownership. Like when you walked away from this person, they went into victim mode. But it's like what I see here is that this person still wants everything their way. Like, and a person that tends to be fragmented also know that they tend to departmentalize. They tend to not um, want a relationship where they have an intimate partner, one that they're hot and passionate with, but then also one that would take care of their children. Like they tend to departmentalize. And really, with you, you're looking to be in a real relationship, a whole relationship. And so this person knows that. They don't, they are afraid that they're going to lose themselves. They're afraid that they're going to be hurt, manipulated. So, like I said, they're fragmented because they've gone through experiences where they've learned not to trust. And I feel like that's childhood wounds. It's so they've learned to just have relationships on their terms. And those type of relationships are relationships where they don't really care about the other person. Oh, look at this crumbling. And so whatever they thought, it's again, what's going to happen is not. And I feel like the facade of who they perceive that they were is crumbling. And again, the fantasy that you weren't going to live without them and that you were going to chase them down and whatever it was is also crumbling because of their games. That they've ruined it, their relationship. That's what I felt. I felt like all this person did was play a lot of games. And they played a lot of games, which it's because they're fragmented, but it doesn't mean that they don't have passion for you. They do. It doesn't mean that they don't think the relationship can work again. They do. But again, it's distorted. It's distorted because they're not in a relationship with you. They're not trying to get to know you. They're not taking the time. Instead, they're coming in broken and they'd rather like make you feel sorry for them. And then I feel like turn around and try and sweep you off of your feet because there's passion there. Like once you get close and then you feel sorry for me, then I'm gonna like make my moves on you. And then that once I make my moves on you, then we'll be together. And that's again, I don't like their motive because it's like I don't see staying power. I don't feel staying power. I just feel a lot of games. Like they want you on their terms. And it's again, and then they play dumb. It's like, so if you ask them anything, it's like they're not going to say anything to you about, they're going to leave things out within their situation of what they want. So I feel like when they come back into your life, they're going to like again ask for your help, ask to be your friend, try to get close to you, and not even 100% because of you. Yeah, they'll say that they miss you, that they're sorry, that they didn't mean to hurt you, but they were going through a rough time. They're gonna make a lot of excuses. They're gonna lie. They're gonna manipulate to try and make you feel bad for them, and then thinking that you're not going to ask questions. Where if you ask them questions, they just play dumb. Like, oh, oh, you want a relationship? Oh, what do I want from this relationship? Like, unless you come straight out, they're assuming that you're not going to ask. Okay, no foresight. They don't have any foresight and they don't believe that, again, they don't have any foresight. Again, they don't consider the effects of their actions. Like, again, it's they want what they want. And they're hoping that you don't have any foresight, that you don't see anything. They're hoping that. That's again, being blind. They hope that you'll again like look like the other way on like that, like they're missing details, that you have missed them so much and be so happy that they figured it out, that you're the person that they want to be with, Aquarius, that you're not going to think about what they did. And that's what HVAC, like that they played a lot of games, and that's not even the issue, that they played a lot of games and the perception of who they are is crumbling, and that's not even the issue. The issue is that they're fragmented. So because they're fragmented, this person doesn't have any intentions of changing. They're here for a good time, not for a long time. And clearly you walked away from them because you didn't want to be in that type of relationship, in a one-sided relationship. So when they come back, they're hoping that you assume that they've changed. This person has not changed. They might have gone through a few things that have made them change, but have not changed in the way that they're dealing with you. It's again, expectations, hoping that you have expectations. Obviously, you're coming back into my life. This is what they're going by. I'm telling you, be careful. That you're just going to be so happy that they came back in, that you have your expectations, that you're not really looking at what they're really going to do. It's again flighty, thinking again that you're not really gonna care. But the truth of the matter is, I feel like this person's flighty. They don't want to be in a committed relationship. So they're again, they're because they didn't take the time to get to know you. I feel like they perceive you through like distorted eyes. They don't know you. They don't know you. Because what I see here is a lot of, I'm very attracted to you, and this is how I perceive you, and this is what I perceive that you'll do. And a lot of them strategizing to get what they want. This is what I see. Again, lost. Again, not knowing what to do, feeling like, again, that's really what I feel like this person doesn't have any direction. And that's really what this is, not knowing what to do, not having any direction, not knowing what steps to take. I feel like they are a lost individual, that they don't, their excitement, their sense of self comes from these real surface relationships. It's like, I feel like this person is flawed. They're very fragmented. They feel like there's parts of them that they've really detached from. And because of that, they don't like deep relationships. So what they do is they think that they have it all figured out. They think that can outsmart anyone. So they feel like they're going to come into this relationship, come back into this relationship after not being around for a long time. And instead of really coming in and apologizing, it's like they're going to stage it, is what I'm seeing, but it's all to manipulate. This person's a piece of work. Again, perfectionist, hoping what they're used to is getting people that do more. Again, when I feel like this person perceived that you went through like a lot of bad relationships. And so they sensed you as being someone really good, really loving, really kind, and when you're in a relationship, to put 100% into it. And what I see is that this person wanted you to do all the work, but they didn't want to do any of it. They want to come in, they want to grab the passion, but they don't want to nurture the relationship. And that would actually keep you in a place of where you keep trying to like give to this relationship. Again, scheming, like this person just is always strategizing, like you can't really trust them. I'm feeling a lot of narcissistic energy. And the truth of the matter is that that's what happens a lot of times when a person has trauma that they don't heal. When a person's fragmented, it's they're detached, they're disassociated. So it's not that they don't feel flawed, they feel flawed on an unconscious level. And so what I see here is that this person's lost because they don't really know who they are. And it's like their way is to get what they want. They put a lot of focus on the physical connection. And really that's what they want. They want the physical connection, but they're like I said, they're fragmented. They don't really even, they want you, but they don't really know how to be in a good relationship. It's always be one-sided because that's how they're approaching it. And I wish I could say that it would be different, but it's not different. That this is what this person is. You're in separation from this person, and whatever they did before to you, they're when they come back in, they expect that you'll have new expectations of them, that they're going to be different. They're not going to be different, is what this is saying. So we ask here, why would you attract a person like this into your life? Because we have to say again, like, this is not a nice story. This person is an asshole. This person only cares about themselves. They, the relationship didn't work out. They like the relationship did not work out. You walked away. They're like sad, like a little sad, a little like taken back, a little shocked, but my issue with them is they keep thinking that they can approach you the same way. They're like, oh, that didn't work. You didn't fall for that. So let me try this way. It's like you already said no. They're coming back into your life to pretend that there's somebody else, hoping that you feel sorry for them. Like, oh, you'll come in and fix them, and then they'll make their move, and then they'll get what they want. And I think that that's worked before. So it's just more games. I'm like, I'm annoyed with this story because it's like the person actually knows what they're doing. They don't care. They're it's all about what they want. So we have to ask again, belittled growing up in an environment with a parent that again belittles you, makes you feel bad. So again, that's a way to emotionally manipulate you to suppress your energy, to also obviously want to be liked. So what happens when you're a child and you want to be liked, you give more. So I'm feeling like there's a sense of like that wound that you had in childhood is what this person feels. Again, felt off you. They felt that. So again, they figured that they would, kind of deal with you in that type of way. Like, almost like when you tell someone that you've been hurt before, so, and then the new person hurts you the same exact way that you told them that the last person hurt you. This person assumed, again, for whatever reason, maybe they know that you didn't have an easy upbringing in childhood. Maybe they didn't realize that you at one point were in an abusive relationship with someone that belittled you, made you feel small, made you feel not worthy, because literally that's what this person made you feel. This person made you feel not worthy by again not being around. There's only two energies, love and fear. And when a person belittles you, what are they doing? They're insulting you, but they're trying to make you feel small, insignificant. And that's what this person tried to do to you. It's again, and what happened is you didn't allow that. That's why this person's upset. That's why this person's like, oh fuck, now I gotta figure out how to get you to come back into my life without looking like an asshole, without looking vulnerable. So of course they're gonna come in like the victim. Oh, I'm broken. No, you misunderstood everything. You misunderstood where you didn't misunderstand. And then after they're like, oh, well, I know that you have feelings for me. So like, wait, let's just forget about all of it. And it's like, this person's delusional, but unfortunately, they've gotten away with that type of behavior before. That's why they think that it's okay to do it. Again, and inner authority. It's again, like having to be strong within yourself. It's like that what you need to do for you. And I feel like when you grow up in an environment with a parent that belittles you, after a while you become very psychic. You become very sensitive and intuitive because the higher self is the God part of self that's inside of us. And intuitively, we always know. Even if we feel like, well, that's my mom, that's my dad, that's making me feel bad. After a while, we know that that parent is off. And we have to, again, listen to our inner authority, our inner truth. We have to listen and be guided by that. And I feel like this person made you feel that way. And so what it did was it made you step into that. So sometimes our inner child wounds um, are not so much wounds, they become our gifts and our strengths. Where your inner authority, I believe, is your intuition. And what it is that your intuition got you out of this connection before they were able to harm you. And that's really what it is. That's why your person's mad. I shouldn't say your person. That's why the person that's connected to you is angry. They thought again that things were gonna go away, that they always go, and that's not what happened. So they have mud on their face. And so, your higher self got you out of that situation. And but understand too, you grew up in an environment with a parent that belittled you. You had to develop that inner authority at a very young age, which meant that you weren't like child. And when a child isn't able to be a child, they don't go out and find themselves. They don't they don't really know who they are, so they have blocks because of that. Your mind can't be in two places at one time. If someone is you're living with someone that you can't trust, that makes you feel bad. Well, like I said, you're not going to feel free to just be yourself. So what this is that this person was hoping that you would again try to be perfect, try to please, try and give more, try to be, perfect like for them, try to again love them because they're so lost that you were going to fill them up. And that's not what happened. What you did was you used your inner authority and you said, no dice, and I'm going to play one more. Like you had to listen to yourself, and thank God you did. And then time and attention. And you say, this person didn't give you time and attention. It's like they didn't want to. They played a lot of games, which meant that you had to put the time and the attention into yourself. And so we asked Spirit again, though that's why you attracted this person. And then we could say, well, how do we integrate that energy? Why, again, it's not just about the awareness. Now, I attracted this energy into my life. I don't want to keep attracting this energy into my life. And so that's why we have to integrate the spiritual lesson. And the way we would integrate that spiritual lesson is to ask Spirit, we ask God, we say, what is the energy that I can bring in to this, because I feel like crap now. It's again being connected to somebody that we had feelings for and they were just one-sided and they didn't really care. Again, even in this story, they have feelings, but it's all about them. They never change. So it's again having feelings for a narcissist. It's like we feel bad. What is it that we can do to integrate this energy a little bit? And this is balance. I find balance between each sphere of my life. I am the master of my daily life. I make time to nourish the spiritual and physical. I bring love to my world by fulfilling the needs of my body and soul. So it's about loving yourself first, being like, again, if you were looking for this person to give you, to heal you in some way, to give you that time and attention to feel fulfilled, to feel safe, that Spirit says, no, you have to do that for yourself first so that you're a magnet of who and what comes into your life. If you didn't have that in childhood, and those are wounds that still haven't been healed, that your family didn't give you the time and attention, so you weren't comfortable to have your unique unfoldment process, so you don't really know who you are. And so dealing with people that belittle you, that make you feel bad, again, no one can make you feel that way. Well, that's great that you didn't listen to that. You listened to your inner authority, but now you also need to listen to that inner authority about where you want to lose your time, your energy, your focus, your money. It's again, you got to give yourself that love. Have a love affair with yourself. And why I say, where are you going to lose your time, your energy, your focus, and your money? Those are your resources. When you channel your energy into what you want to do, it amplifies, it grows. That's when you're living your bliss. And then you are a magnet for love because you're giving yourself love because you become a vibration of love by doing what you love. And so really spirit is like, you need to like, again, lose yourself and heal yourself in that aspect of giving yourself the time and the attention. And again, and listen to your own inner authority and let your, and I would say your inner authority is that higher self, that God part of self. So instead of having to listen to it just about survival, it's about how to create your life. That's how you get balanced. Otherwise, then what happens is we're empty. And there's only two energies, love and fear. And emptiness would fall under like depletion, again, of a lack, and lack will attract fear. So that's why spirit's like you're not balanced because that those wounds are still there. And so we ask one more thing is I am light. I always have hope. No matter the ordeal, I have faith in a better future. I turn darkness into light. I open my heart to others and to God, and I'm spiritually strong. I draw light to me and shine with all my being. So it's again also realizing that you are born perfect. You're born of light, which is God. It's the energy of the universe because God is the energy of the universe, which is the same energy as of unconditional love, which is the same energy that's inside you and me. And that's how much light our aura actually vibrates out when we are a clear conduit for spirit to work through. Now, when we have a lot of spiritual blocks, that happens from going through experiences that put us in a place of disempowerment. Okay. And so, really, again, this relationship was I am light, always to return to light. So, it was to look at your shadows first and foremost, because your shadows are where the light is not coming through. And then you take that darkness and you turn it into light by transmuting it. And in this story, it was through giving yourself the time and the attention, and by listening to your inner authority and not listening to somebody that belittles you and makes you feel bad, and that's exactly what you do, and that you realize that you're light. And the more that you are open to this and reject people and situations that aren't fully honoring you, that you're eventually going to draw in the love and the light that you need. That's how I interpret that, because it's not like we can just automatically snap our fingers and clear karmic programs. Unfortunately, we have to go back into situations that trigger those those wounds, those emotions that tell us that we have a wound. And so in this story, it did. So we have the last card, and I don't know why, if I'm pulling a law of attraction card to see what it brings, because okay, I am the light and it's about balancing. So balancing is finding yourself, having a love affair with yourself, and still healing when we're turning darkness into light. And then it's to be able to go with the flow. Riches flow into my life in many ways and from many directions. And riches is not just money. That's anything of abundance, anything that's worth something to us. So good friends, family, experiences, and family doesn't need to be blood family. As a lot of times our friends become so close, they become family, and it's those people that we spend time with. It's to be able to go with the flow of life, and that's when we're living our bliss. And Spirit says you can live your bliss and go with the flow of life when you're clear conduit for me to work through. Again, and that's through raising your energy up to the highest vibration of realizing that you're a light. And that's through first healing and clearing yourself and then balancing yourself, which is all about like taking time for yourself to find yourself and having a love affair with yourself and taking care of your own needs, your body, mind, and spirit. And then once you're doing all that, then you can attract the person into your life. Then you're balanced. The only reason why that happened is because you were not balanced and you had that experience that was a trauma that wasn't integrated. So that was the energy that was really like really making it as if you were a conduit for the same type of energy, which it's you were unconscious of it. That's what happens when we have childhood wounds. When we have inner child wounds, a lot of times those wounds are repressed. They're not even suppressed anymore. We feel like they're a part of us. So, like I said, this connection was all mainly for your healing so that you could attract new people of your same vibration. But you don't really 100% know that what that is until you go out and enjoy your life and figure out what it is that you want to do and what resonates with you. And until next time, I'm going to leave that there, Aquarius. You let me know whether you resonated with this, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.